This is my favorite part of the campaign, because I'm going to give you a tour of my gear, of which I have about half of my gear with me. Part of it's down in Southern California. This is going to make MacGyver look like a noob when I give you the full tour, so I'm going to give you about a half tour today. So, first off, there's no way I could have hitchhiked the country for 12 years doing all this stuff and keeping it all together with my computer supplies and all these things without this gear. It allowed me to travel light enough that I was able to make it happen without being overburdened with a huge backpack. This first piece, and it's all road worn, so don't expect it to look perfect. Maybe when we get our bus I can get it all like just like that. But this is called a squilt. I like Velcro a lot because Velcro, it doesn't break like buttons and zippers, especially if you're out in the woods. So you're going to find out that on this gear I use a lot of Velcro. Now, silk is one of the most efficient fibers on the planet. Only royalty could use it at one time. And so it makes a nice blanket. It dries very fast, so it prevents molding and whatnot. And then underneath it, you'll see this is a waterproof leather cloak. And as you can see down here, there's another one. And this one, you'll see there's pockets inside of it at the corners. And inside these pockets are these straps. And these straps, another waterproof cloak here, see how there's a strap on every corner? And that's so that this can be hung up, and this is an instant waterproof tarp. And actually this cloak can be connected with this cloak that I'm wearing. And if you have like 5 or 6 people out in the wilderness and we've all got these cloaks, you can attach them at the sides. And bam, you got an instant like teepee-shaped structure. So then when you get out into the wilderness, we just throw these around our sticks and we're out there. We can have time to build our shelter so we can travel much lighter. So there's your tarp, there's your raincoat, and there's your tent. Bam, that's it. And in the front of it, you'll see I've got it counterbalanced with 4 of these things. Bam. See these? These little packs on my side. And what's inside each of these packs, these are also available on our recommended products section of wildwillpower.org. These are, let's see if you can see that, ripstop microweave silk. So this is machine made. So this is way more efficient than that cloak over there that was just regular silk. This is like hyper sewn silk, and this fits 2 people, 3 people my size can easily fit inside of this. And this is 10 degrees of warmth and dries extremely fast. So instead of carrying a big sleeping bag and looking like a duck, because I would look like that kind of if I was walking around, instead, I got these things, and I just clip them onto the sides, 4 here, and they're 10 degrees each, so 10, 20, 30, 40, and then I got 4 in the front of my cloak, so there's 80 degrees of warmth. So between me and Kevin, who's holding the camera, thanks Kevin.
Hello.
We've got 160 degrees of warmth. So this helps us travel super light, go full speed. They come in beautiful colors. And actually, we ended up losing one of them. So I've only got 7 right now. Kevin never had any, we couldn't afford them yet. So, bandanas are pretty awesome, as we all know. They're pretty cool. You can put stuff inside of them and tie them up into packaging. You could grab, like, if I'm collecting nettles or something out there, I usually stick them inside my bandanas. I use these in bulk sections for when I go to the organic food store. So I put my trail mix or whatever it is in here, popcorn. And so these are really cool because I get to leave the store from the bulk section without any garbage. Awesome. And so let's see, what else do we got? Oh yeah, so check out these. So when they're billowed up, I just want you to notice, here, come down a little closer to the ground at eye level. Think about 16 of these piled up. They're really nice because when it's not cold out, you can just get in like one of these and it keeps the bugs out. If you're on the beach, it keeps the sand out. But then you've got all these other ones just become like a bed. And speaking of bedding, let's see. I'm going to show you some more stuff. Well, I'll get to the bedding in a second. While I'm taking this off, this is an awesome canteen. I've looked at a lot of canteens, but this one has the physics that's just awesome. I like it because it's actually designed to stick duct tape around here. It says it right on the label. It's a GSI outdoor duck jug, 1.25 liters. It's got a wide mouth, which we love. And it's really good because if you're like making tea or whatever and you're out in the woods or something, you don't got a little tiny hole to put it in. So the wide mouth is actually really important. And this is cool, and I like it. It doesn't have any paint on it. I like that they kept it just like this because just the steel, because that way you don't got paint chipping off and contaminating the ecosystem that you're living in, and animals or bugs eating it. It's just nice. I just love that cup. Here, let's take a look at the shoes. Now these are kind of dirty. I was digging in the garden yesterday, so let's just accept them for what they are. They look a little funny. I call them lightning dancers, but man, these are so comfortable. And I really wanted a shoe. I was barefoot for my first 8 years on the road, and these are made from a jacket from the secondhand store. And basically I didn't want to buy a shoe that was made from an animal that had been killed. And I didn't want it made from a synthetic material like oil or anything like that. And I didn't want rubber on the bottom because the rubber blocks the electromagnetic charge. So when people are dancing around on the ground out in these grasses, it's like dandelion is made from iron, calcium, magnesium, copper, zinc. And if you look at like a multivitamin, it's got all these chromium, all these metallic minerals and metals, or ionic minerals and metals, very small. And most grasses, all these are made up from ionic minerals and metals. So if a group of people are rubbing their bare feet on these ionic minerals and metals, it's just like rubbing your bare feet on carpet, and there's an electromagnetic charge. And if you get a large group of people here dancing, it's going to create a negative charge. Positive charge comes in the sky, and the rain is the byproduct. So that's kind of a little bit of the physics behind the rain dance. So here's how these work. That's why these are called lightning dancers. And this is the arch support. So this actually pulls up the arch right there. This is ankle support. This and this grab down underneath here, which is very nice. It braces and helps you walk on the toes. This pulls the toes back into place. And then this is another layer of arch support. So these fully brace the foot on every angle, plus give you the electromagnetic charge that we all so dearly love. And when I'm out in the wilderness, what I'll do is I'll take pine pitch off the trees, and I stick it all over the bottom, and then I step in sand. And then that actually will stay on there, and it protects the leather from abrading. And out here in the cities, where we got all that concrete, which I'm walking on all the time, I know there might be somebody out there that's like, well, you didn't want to use leather from an animal that's killed, so why are you using a secondhand jacket, jacket from the secondhand store? Well, I figure if that jacket's going to go be a party favor, or that jacket's going to be picked up by somebody who's really like using it just for the sake of like honoring the animals. Man, if I was that animal, I'd be like, put me on the loudest animal freedom artist I can find. So what I'm doing when I'm in the city, since there's not a lot of pine pitch and all that stuff, you already know what I use on the bottom, I bet. I'll give you 3 guesses. Okay, time's up. Duct tape. Duct tape. This keeps it so when I'm walking on concrete, which is like sandpaper on moccasins, just in like one day it'll wear through. Duct tape lasts for days. It's great. So I use a little bit of duct tape on the bottom. That helps me get through the cities until I'm back in the woods. Peel off the duct tape, put on the pine pitch, step in the sand, bam. So I love these shoes. They're so comfortable. And then these leggings here, this is 3 layers of recycled cashmere. And I just took basically any little piece of leather I could get, and I scrapped them together. And they're really nice because when you're gathering branches, the leather, it doesn't get cut like your jeans would, so I don't get holes in it. It's very sturdy, very nice. And so that's all secondhand leather with cashmere in the middle. You know, desert people, they you'll notice they dress pretty insulated, and you'd think like in the desert you want to wear like shorts and like nothing else, but no, like desert people, they wear insulated. So this is actually pretty dang good when it's warm out. I don't mind it at all, but If I don't want the warmth, then I just undo this, and bam, it turns into shorts. I just take that off, this pulls off, and I'll take these off real quick so I can just show you. Bam, extra padding at night if you want it. And they wash pretty well, actually, in the laundry machine. I just found out you put it on delicates. These things turn out great. So yeah, so then this is, then if you're warm, I just take that off. I got shorts on. I love these things. These are so cool. Leggings are awesome. Lone Wolf gave me the idea for the leggings. He was talking about how, like, the Europeans, when they came over, he was like saying how it was so uncomfortable for native people to switch to European style clothing, because, like, one thing that's nice about the leggings is it's all open in the crotch area. Like, so you don't get all, I mean, this is all, so you don't get all dirty, so you actually stay clean longer, which is awesome. Like, if you wear jeans out in the wilderness, like, better wash those jeans tonight. These things, you stay pretty good. Actually, pretty dang good. I love these things so much. And then these right here, these are called lappets. And these make it so that you can jump, bam, jump over the creek, jump over anything. I got full mobility. If I was wearing jeans or something, I'd be like, oh, and fall in the water, or a skirt or something to catch. So this is really, I love these things. And so, so it's got the lappets, it's open in the bottom, so at night, you're in the bathroom, you don't have to get your butt all cold. And lastly, on this thing, in the back of it, you want to see it help. So see, look, that was on the back of me. So instead of carrying a big bedroll, or like one of those rolls that you lay on and it sticks out like that next to your next to like the duck butt sleeping bag, instead that thing fit totally nice. And now bam, on top, when I lay down your bedding plants, which I like to use like cedar branches first, because they make like bed springs, you can get them like that high, bam. And then the cedar actually keeps away ticks, hair bugs, all sorts of bugs. Cedar deters it. It's an anti-arachnid. It's wonderful. I mean, if somebody got bugs in their hair or something, you just boil it, totally fine. You know, native people, you know, dry the cedar and then burn it in the homes. I think that's actually how they help keep bugs out of their places, when they would burn all those through their dwellings and whatnot. It's just a really simple way. There's lots of different plants that can be burned in that way, and it keeps the bugs out. So it not only smells nice and helps the energy, it's that too. So anyway, these, the fur, when I go out to the woods, I lay down my cedar bed springs, and then I put down pine needle to get it a little bit more cush, and then you get your nice soft cattail bedding, which is just really cushy. You just pile it up high. And on top of all my bedding, then you just throw my fur, bam. And then I'm like way comfortable sleeping on silk and fur out in the woods. It doesn't get much more comfortable than that. So let's see. So yeah, that's the half gear tour. Once I get a ride down to Kern County and I get my other supplies, and I'll be giving you a full gear tour. I'll probably just delete this video and send you up the second one. So thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the campaign. Let's turn this country around. Let's turn this planet around. Let's help humanity. You help this campaign, and we're going to help all of humanity. I've been working on this for years, and I'll keep working on it. We got Bill, the Lichen Wizard, on our side. We've got Lone Wolf, the Medicine Man, on our side. We've got Kevin, who's been sleeping on concrete night after night, freaking shoulders hurting, tired, sleeping outside, getting stuck in the middle of the cities. The sprinklers turn on. There's nowhere for homeless people to sleep. Freaking crazy. Sea to shining sea, baby. This country was designed for we the people. So let's take it back. And we're going to help businesses convert over to better products if they'd like to. Maybe we want, but I mean, I want to protect our native ecosystems. I want to help the planet. I want to help our nation. I want to help everybody, because we got one life to live as far as we know. Maybe we have an infinite life to live. I don't really know. So anyway, I'll give you a tour of the rest of the gear. I have a big long fur robe that has no sleeves on it, so that's lightweight, and that can also go on top of the bedding. Other stuff too. Anyway, love you. Thank you so much. Be well.
Thanks. Thank you.